This is not a VR headset. Let me explain. So there's a lot more reasons why this is not a VR headset. It is a lot more than that. This is a combination of a lot of things you need to know. Actually, this is basically everything you need to know about the newly announced Quest Pro. It is expensive, but it does actually have a few reasons why it's that expensive. I was lucky enough to actually get to try out the Quest Pro before it launched, and before it was actually even unveiled at the Connect event, so it was so hard being secret about it, but I could finally spread to the world and tell my stories of what I thought of it firsthand, because I got to try out quite a lot of demos that you need to know about. So, not everything is great about this headset from the demo experience that I got so far, but there are actually a lot of great things that you want to know too. So let's get straight into that. So, first off, I want to highlight how much this headset actually will cost you, because this is one of the most important parts about the headset. This will cost $1,499 or €1,799 for the 256GB version, which right now I think is the only version of the headset. Kinda pricey, a little more than what people were expecting, I have to say, just a little. Anyway, this headset is an advancement in certain parts, but then some parts are a little bit weird. Like, this headset has a 90Hz refresh rate and it's able to go down to 72, but the Quest 2, I'm pretty sure, has an experimental mode of 120Hz. Now, let's talk about my experience. So I traveled over to London to get to try out the Meta Quest Pro at an exclusive private event, which was really fun to get to see. From my experience, this headset was actually very light. It doesn't have a strap over the top of your head, and it actually sits nicely on your face. It kind of cups the front and the back of your head because it has a new part here that you can adjust for your forehead. It kind of felt like it was a little bit far up on my head, but I think it's secure. It's secure. You can tell it's a lot more premium feel, but I want to get on to the more important parts. The eye tracking and the mouth tracking. These were definitely the highlights for me of this headset, and when I got to demo it, you can see how well the eye tracking works. Now, everything is stored locally on the headset from what I've been told. This information isn't shared anywhere as of now. The eye tracking works, but where will this actually be useful in the future? In VR gaming, you can see this being useful. PlayStation VR teased it and how they're going to use it in the PlayStation VR 2, and it was used to select your weapon inside of the demo that they showed. But inside the eye tracking on the Meta Quest Pro, we didn't get to see any examples of eye tracking actually in action. We only got to see the demo experience, the setup of eye tracking. We got a little bit of a demo of the eye tracking inside of Horizon Workrooms, and got to see what that's like when someone else is in the workroom with you, talking with you, so that was kind of cool. But once this is implemented more, I can see it being a lot more desired. The same with mouth tracking. The same thing with both of these is, if you have mouth tracking and eye tracking on your fancy Quest Pro, you're not really seeing it. You're basically benefiting other players around you because they'll be able to see your eye tracking and your mouth tracking, but for you, it really doesn't change that much. Of course, this is a new design of the controllers. This is all footage that I took, by the way, so hey, enjoy it. First look, huh? First look. The controllers have like a little magnet part that they clip down into place. It's satisfying, and they can charge on the dock with the headset. You can actually buy the controllers separately too, and use these on your Quest 2, but oh boy, are they a little bit expensive. I'll obviously have to have more time with this headset myself when I do receive one myself to play around with it and see how it actually is. For using it in my own house, that'll make a difference compared to using it in the demo place, because this is what I want to get onto, the pass-through mode on the headset. Everything that I got demoed to me while I was here was pass-through or AR experiences, and that basically means you see digital objects placed over the real world. Now, it's clear that you're looking through a camera. This isn't a piece of glass that you're looking through. There's a little bit of warping in the corners, but it's nothing near as noticeable as what it was in the Quest 2. Oh, and of course, this is full color now. The Quest 2 had the black and white display on pass-through. This is now full color, and you can tell this is a big push of the headset. I was shown this originally in a dark room, which I don't feel like best represented how the headset actually will work in pass-through, because this was dark. You could see in the corners a little bit of graininess of the darkness in the room from the cameras picking it up and trying to tackle the dark spots. But I feel like if you were in a brighter room, you'd actually be able to see clearer, and you'd have a better experience inside of the headset. Now onto the big question of who this headset is actually for. Well, I'll talk about that more in this video. When it's live, you'll be able to click on it right here. Go check that out and see if it's actually for you.